welcome to this game of Mechabellum. You see here I'm fighting against Phlegm and Optrons. Quick supply, speed, marksman and Sabertooth spec with Void Eyes and Fire Badgers. And I am on a Fire Badger stream. Not stream, I forgot the name of it. Streak. And yeah, I go for the Fire Badgers. It's good HP. Void Eyes are usually useful early the game and late the game with the right techs. And I'm liking using the Fire Badgers, so that's what I go for. My opponent, Elite, Amplify, Missile and Fortify, no Fire Badgers. This Elite's not bad, starting with Crawlers. But here I would probably go for the Missile. Or maybe Amplify. No, Amplify. Amplify is good. Starting with Sledges and Arclight. Good HP. And the Amplify can be helpful. So that will probably be my choice. My opponent's choice. It is Amplify. So, same as I would have chosen. Look at the board. Electromag. No tower. Tower, tower. So where is my opponent going? I have no idea. And because of that, I will go on an unusual place. You can see I'm going against the electromagnetic barricade. Not what I usually do, but I was distracted. I actually didn't even pay attention that I was going against the magnetic barricade. You'll see that in this game I was very distracted. So the tower, positioned my units, you can see that I usually like to put the Void Eyes behind my Shaft Clear unit. Not here like this. I'm doing that because I have 3 and only 2 Shaft Clear units. I put this one more to the side because I want it to destroy the tower. But here, they are correct. I like to do that because the Fire Badgers tend to get stuck on units. And if the DPS unit is right behind them, the DPS will kill this unit that the Fire Badger just got stuck, and the Fire Badger can go back to clearing Shaft. So that's why I like to put them like this. My opponent will go for a standard, aggressive standard build. It's there, he's not on the line of the towers, he's forward, but it's on the middle. Unfortunately for him, his units are going for the tower instead of my army. And Monarch Light went alone for my tower on this side. It will hit my tower. There is also one crawler here. And get the buff, but I still have a lot of units and he don't have almost no shaft left. And I still have my Void Eyes to kill everything. So victory for me on the first round. Strangely enough, in my opinion, he went for the items on the arc lights, which I think is a mistake. It should have thrown it on the sledges. Here, Phoenix is offered also level 3 Vortex, which I was kinda tempted, but I decided to go for Phoenix. It solves my anti-air problem, which I have known. So it's extra DPS and something to deal with air. But the crab could be very useful. My opponent has no DPS in here. So a level 3 crab, especially if you go for attack on it, can be devastating. You see me going for Fangs on this round, Fangs in front, because you can see the problem of this position in here with Shaft Clear, Void Eyes right behind, then Crawlers is they are very vulnerable to missiles. One missile here would kill a lot of value, 400 resources in one missile. So yeah, I need to protect it. So that's why I instantly went for Fangs in front. in this position here, they are protecting me against missiles. My opponent did went for a missile here, which would get out those units, but thankfully Fang's in front. But he also went for wasps, which got cleared by a missile. I didn't have the money to get the tower to level 2. I also sold the tower here, but I had 50 left and decided to put a missile here just for safety. Thankfully, it helped. Because if I got a debuff right at the start, things would probably have went very badly for me. Even if I already went for the scorching on 2. He gets the buff now, but don't help him a lot. Get my Sabertooth, and there is underground threat, and there is heavy armor. And looking at his board, he already has units in the back, so underground threat wouldn't be that useful. I decided to go for heavy armor. Put it on my highest experience High Badger, because it's especially good when they go to level 2. Even if heavy armor is not that great at them, you can see it don't increase the HP by that much, because it's additive with the 80% from the scorching. I was thinking if I should sell my Sabertooth or not, or try to use it. You can see here that I went for 5 Badger in here, in front, which will tank the wasps if they stay here, and Fangs behind, which will kill the wasps if they stay here. Also Phoenix. So I have something to kill the Arclight and the tower. But you will notice that I'm forgetting one thing. Where is my defense against underground threat? Yeah, I have none. I completely forgot about the option of going underground threat. If you can only throw one missile here, instead went for HP. It's not that useful for my units. And I should have went for level, and maybe one missile. Went for nothing. So you can see, they will divide, have 2 level 1 towers for free. So 18 seconds of the buff, and my opponent went for hackers. Instantly, on 3. So now I have to deal with annoying hackers. And he does has 1 marksman here, so he can kill my Phoenix. My units had to turn here to deal with the crawlers coming from behind. Oh, the Shaft is dead. It got turned, you can see, in the explosion mode, but there is no ground units left for it to go to. So it's just chilling here. But yeah, the 18 seconds of the buff was painful. Thankfully, anti-interference module. So at least I will have 1 unit immune to hackers. Then looking here, this one looks like a good option for it. Was thinking between this and this one. But this one didn't get that much experience. So decided to go for the 5 Badger here, where there is already hackers. And wasps, because look at my opponent board. His only anti-air is 1 single marksman. So I think wasps will give him a problem to deal with. He went for the expensive spell. Which is quite annoying. You see me putting a missile here because this avenue here is very unprotected. Here too. I didn't shoot because I wasn't expecting him to go for an expensive spell this early. It will hit my units, but the only one with tech here is the Fire Badger, so not losing that much. He went for Hacker in here, and Hacker got exploded. My Wasps will die to the missile. And my Phoenixes will manage to get the tower, which will give more than enough time for my air to finish this side. And now he has a problem to deal with. I have to get units against the air. Here we have options, and I forgot to unclick the quick supply. He went for the crabs, which are really good, but they are vulnerable to hackers, so it was not a great idea for me when my opponent already has 3 hackers. He went for crabs and field maintenance, so healing crabs. I went for raidens, which are very good against hackers. They are good at killing the units that the hackers hack without losing targets of the units in front, because they can hit 3 units. And they are also great against the sledges, which my opponent has 3. So I instantly grabbed one, grabbed the second one, and range enhancement. Also level 2 for the wasps here, they are doing a lot. So until my opponents deal with them, they will stay here and keep doing damage. Let me quick back the quick deploy, so we can see what my opponent's doing. I went for also another problem here, and my money is gone. I have no money left. Those crabs will be a bit problematic. I had levels available on both Phoenixes, but no good targets for the Phoenixes, so I left them at level 1. But now they have a good target. You can see, instantly sniped the hacker on this side. So no more hacker on the left. I'm not using it, but he's also very vulnerable to missiles. He's not putting anything in front. You can see on this side, the Fire Badgers helped to kill the crab, exploding on top of it. And he went for a counter to the wasps in Mustangs. The Mustangs are also very vulnerable to the Fire Badgers, but if you have hackers, you can solve this problem. I'm just skipping because none of those is really that good for me. Prophet Overlord is a really good card, but too late for me to start investing on it. So maybe it could have been an option. I could just sell the wasps and start getting overlords. But he still has missile interceptor on the Mustangs. But there's a lot of people foregoing the missile interceptor and going for the double shaft clear attacks, killing hounds and high explosive. You see me getting a Raiden here too. Let me click quick deploy so we can see what the opponent is doing. So more Raiden for me. Now I have 4 Raidens. I leveled the Phoenixes and more shaft. The level 2 Phoenixes, I should have an easier time killing the level 4 crabs. My opponent went for full anti-air on the Mustangs. I also put one crawler in here to pull his units, so I can try to hit this tower faster. No snipe of the hacker earlier this time, but it lasted that long. Fortunately, no shaft clear left, so my Raidens are having to shaft clear. But winning the right side, tower debuff, and it will give them enough time to be able to shaft clear and kill the Mustangs. So Raidens win, and all 4 still alive, so that's a lot of damage. Here, orbital bombardment, we both go for it. And we are throwing on the same side, the side with the most units. You'll see me getting more 5 badgers because I'm having a shaft clear problem. So, more 5 badgers to help. Also more shaft in front. My opponent's going for even more Mustangs. I complemented a missile on this side to protect against this flank. I already have one here. But look at the enemy spells. What am I forgetting? Yeah, underground threat is back. And my towers are still level 1. And I have no unit in the middle. Yeah, you can expect what will happen. I even loan to put shields, protect against the spell, but I don't get anything to protect the middle. I put missiles here, try to kill those fangs, but they are shielded now. I can also throw a missile here in the middle, but once again, Prowler's going for both my towers. I had one missile here, which was used. One here, which was used. He went for deep flank in here. But 9 seconds of debuff. 18 seconds of debuff. And yeah. This is not going to be a happy round. Even if I kill it, they managed to kill a lot of the enemy units before the debuff is happened. But quite a bit of damage. I was very healthy, so it was not that bad, but not great. Here, underground threat again. And electromagnetic impact. And I was thinking between the two. Ended up going for the electromagnetic impact. I will throw it here. Even if he shoots, it will at least damage the shoots. And I need my Raidens to do more, and for that, fork, so it almost doubles the targets of their attacks. And don't reduce the range by a lot, they still have a lot of range. And I think I will finally sell this Wasp, which is kinda useless with the range AA level 2 Mustang in here. There's also Raidens getting levels. So they were at like this level last round already. Let me quick deploy so we can see what the opponent is doing. You can see that this time I did level the tower, even if I was still very vulnerable to Crawler swarming here. There's still Crawlers here, so I should have done more against, because my opponent could have grabbed the spell again. But I didn't. Thankfully he didn't went for it, because the missile was wasted here, so this tower would still be very vulnerable. This one, level 2, half of the Crawler is only going, so it would take quite some time to be destroyed. But this one was still level 1. So that's why I say I was very distracted on this one. but enough damage to win. And after the game, I was talking with my opponent, saying for him to stop using hackers, because I hate hackers. And I was saying to him that he can use scorpions against exploding 5 badgers, which is a unit almost no one goes for. It's usually not good, but against 5 badgers it is really good, because it can kill all 3 or 2 of them with each shot, and they explode instantly. The Scorpions has more than enough damage to kill the 5 badgers, so they don't even get the chance to go forward to explode. Then they explode on the opponent's side, and they start helping you with your shaft clear. I think there is already a few games of me going, not a few, but there is 1 or 2 with me going for Scorpions against exploding 5 badgers, and they work really well. You just need shaft clear, good shaft clear to help them hit the 5 badgers. But usually when the opponent go for exploding 5 badgers, they don't get that much shaft. You can see I don't have lines of shaft. I only have shafts very forward, go in front of the 5 badgers, because once the enemy starts targeting your 5 badgers and they start exploding, your late shaft will just die to your own fire. So that's why I usually don't go for late shaft with the 5 badgers as my shaft clear. At least when I go for squashing. If I don't go for squashing charge, then I go for the normal waves of shaft. But that's it for this game. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.